What's going on? How's the audio? How's the audio? What's up, Darth? How you doing, buddy? Hey, Darth, is the audio pretty good, man? All right, cool, cool. All right. Reason I was asking because I was doing a so I had this whole layout system, and you can ask my wife. I worked last night for about 4 hours trying to create this layout system in OBS, right? And what I was gonna do is I had this nice little scene set up right here, and I was gonna do all this cool fancy stuff with these layouts. Yeah, I've seen Zany doing the Gentoo stream, but I was going to do like all these cool layouts and all this cool stuff, and it in my mind it was going to work, but then thinking about it like practically with the three monitors and all that stuff, I no, no, it doesn't look it doesn't look good. I know why the overlay was completely free. It's because it's pretty junk. And then I had some other stuff kind of going on here, but I just we'll stick with this, and then I'll just have to remember um, to switch to the documentation whenever we get there. And I was gonna do some pretty cool stuff with the chats and the chat layout and all that stuff, but for some reason YouTube is garbage when it comes to the like the chat stuff. Like the way that you have to import your chat into OBS is you have to pop out your chat, and then you have to copy the link and pop it back in, and then you have to make a chat doc essentially in OBS, and each and every time, because it's a new chat essentially, right? So you have to do all that silly shit to get your docs working properly, and yeah, I don't understand how come it just doesn't want to work like like Twitch would, but nonetheless, we'll hang out for a couple minutes here and get some people in, and then we'll start. And I don't know why. I may have to. Firefox is kind of being a pain in the butt too right now because I'm not able to pop out two instances of Firefox, um, which that's I don't get that, but nonetheless, here we are. I have these rules. I need to unset the rules for I think another thing that's throwing me off is Xmonad because I have these rules for the browsers to go to specific work spaces or whatever, and it's not it's not playing nice when trying to do a bunch of different stuff. So I don't get it. But see, I just launched Brave, and I don't know. Did Brave go to two? Okay. Well, I know where my browsers all went. I'm in a mess today, man. Okay. So, gonna do gonna do a couple of things here. Never mind this layout and all this silly crap. It's because I have like 50 things open, dude. Um, and we will close one of these. I'm gonna send this to 9. Okay, and then I'm gonna send this to 8 here. Nonetheless, how's everyone doing? All right, cool. So Discord was having issues. The authentication servers were down earlier. Go to manual. Um, we went to doc or we went to manual. What you been up to, Darth? I'm actually gonna send this to 4. I'm gonna try to do my pop out chat. Let's see if it populated over here on my other monitor. Ah, here we go. More Xmonad configuration and CSS. Nice, man. Very, very nice. See if this works here. Pseudo selectors and pseudo classes are a pain in the butt. Yes, sir. I never got that far, but I'm gonna take your word for it because the problem. See, here's the issue, man. Like, I'll be straight. The reason, one of the big things that pisses me off about CSS and like, any kind of web development is because any other programming language, and I mean any other programming language, if you screw up, yeah, if you screw up in anything besides dev, web development, then you get an error, right? And that error could say, oh, like syntax error, whatever, right? But you get an error. With web development, even when you don't do things correctly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it was still, it won't give you an error. It just won't do the thing that you want it to do properly. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff's a pain in the stuff's a pain in the butt, man. Here we go. So I'm getting some stuff working here. Boom. Do apologize about the not being totally prepared here, but I did have a couple things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind. I guess maybe I am just more of a back end type of guy. You know what I mean? Because I don't mind getting errors or having to debug errors and crap like that, but I at least want to know you know, what the hell is going on. Is those spawns on the stream, are they good or they're real bad? It's really hard for me to tell. You can use the console. Yeah. Hey, how's the font, Darth? It looks okay. You can read it and everything. I mean, I'll increase the font size if you know, zoom in a little bit here for you guys. I know certain people have problems reading my, you know, getting the fonts looking nice and everything on some of my videos because I use such a high resolution. If you notice on all my videos, they're not exactly 4K. I think they're 2.5K or 2K. It's called QHD, which is like it's a step above. It's like 2K resolution. So um, yeah, it looks good. Okay, great. All right, let's go ahead and switch scenes here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna get something to drink. I didn't realize that my drink was almost gone, and then we are going to get started. Since I got everything pretty much looking the way I need it to look and everything like that. So, oh, you're using this 768. You don't have 1080p? All right, be right back. Getting something to drink. HD plus. What the hell is HD plus, bud? I've never heard of HD plus. All right, I guess we can get started here. For those that you are watching, but you might not be. Yeah, I forgot how it's configured too. So for those of you that's kind of new to ViFM, essentially it's a file manager. Okay, it's a text-based file manager. There's a bunch of different configuration stuff that you can do for it, and that's kind of what we're going to do here today. I have it installed. Okay, but I have not done anything with it configured. Okay, um, so we can flip over to the thing. There's a lot of options here to configure it. Now there is I believe there's a vim RC file that automatically gets, I think it automatically, it gets installed, but I think we have to put it in the config directory. I'm pretty sure anyway. And but we could also just go through it manually and create one. I wonder if they have a like a default one. All right. Let me go ahead and flip over to the to the work stuff here. All right. So the pane on the left-hand side, or the window on the left-hand side here, this is ViFM, for those of you that don't know. And pretty much it acts just like Vim, right? So you have your HJKL keys, and you have commands that you can type with colon, like colon Q is quit. Then, DD would, go to the top. Capital D, I believe, goes to the bottom, or it's supposed to go to the bottom. But there's some default stuff going on that we can tweak. So I need to figure out where the hell this default BIM file is. So see, it's not there. LS. Okay, so here we go. We have the Vim RC file. The Vim RC file gets generated, I guess, the first time that we fire up Vim here. So we'll get over here, and may have to scale the fonts a little down for you. And I'll fire up NeoVim for this. ViFM, and then we got the RC file. And then I guess we can start tweaking this a little bit, just to kind of look at it and see what needs to be done. So we need a trash directory. I do know that we need a trash directory, because if we don't have a trash directory, then when we put stuff in a trash can, it's not going to know where. What's up, Nosy or Nazi? How are you? But what I was saying, so if we don't have a trash a trash can directory, then pretty much ViFM isn't going to know where to send everything that we want to delete from the system. So So right here, we can also we can pretty much tell ViFM where when we open up the configuration file or whatever, or like with our editor and stuff like that. We're pretty much saying right here that we're going to open it up in NeoVim. You're a recent subscriber. Good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It takes a little bit of work. I don't know what Elvis is. I wonder if this is a. We're gonna tweak this, okay? So pretty much what we're gonna do is I'm getting rid of everything that we're not gonna be using. And see this Elvis. We're not setting. I don't know what file is. Okay. You know what? Just get rid of some of these, actually. We don't need them. Elvis is a VI clone? Okay. Yeah, well, we don't need it then, because we're not going to be using anything else, pretty much, with ViFM. If anything, I'll make another one of these for Emacs, right? Because we all know we use Emacs around here. So, you know what? I wonder if I could just do that. What's up, Ben? How you doing, bud? So we can do, I guess we could do Terry, what's going on, buddy? I need to see how this is laid out. It's just an else if statement. Blah, 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 if, blah, blah, blah. So this belongs to this one. Okay. Execute Emacs. Hope this works. Yeah, and then should be able to do something like this. You're doing a Gen 2 encrypted plus Plymouth install. Okay. Let's write that. Let's see what it looks like. So we didn't get any errors. That's good, right? We don't want errors. I don't know exactly if I did that correct. It looks right to me. Emacs client minus a blah blah blah. Yeah, that looks right to me. All right. So pretty much we do have to have a trash can. You keep thinking about trying out Plymouth. I'll tell you what, Ben, you're doing you're doing the 4.37 kernel install. They got, if you look, I'm running the 6.5.10 kernel, the distribution kernel, and I'm 99% positive that the 6.5 kernel supports Plymouth. All right. So we got our trash directory. A default is to move files that are deleted with DD or D to trash directory. If you change this, you will not be able to move files by deleting them and then using P. So is it set trash directory, I wonder? Oh, you build your own kernel, Terry? It's not that bad, Terry. What I do is enable Plymouth to make, and then I enable. I think what Terry's talking about is a custom kernel, Ben, not gen kernel. Imagine what he did is he made menu config and um, went through and everything like that. Because gen kernel is not a custom kernel. You can set custom options to that kernel, but it's not a custom kernel. Gen kernel, what it is essentially it's a script that that reads some defaults. Yeah, that's what I thought, Terry. I knew what you were talking about. Good old make menu config. That's right. You know what, Terry? I'll tell you, man. So I used to do that. So when I had laptops and everything, I did that, and it wasn't too bad. But um, half the reason I don't do it anymore is because I'm lazy. The other half is because I just don't know the newer hardware like I do, like some of the older hardware. Um, and you know as well as anybody that if you don't get it right, then you gotta go back and you know and do all that. Yeah, Ben. The gen kernel it's just not a custom. It's not a custom kernel. It's a script. No, I don't do my own custom kernel anymore either, Ben. I would if I had to, but um right. So Ben, what he's talking about is he's talking about what is it? User source Linux. And then he's talking about doing this make menu config, generating the make menu config. And what Terry's talking about is going through the selector here and doing a complete, complete kernel, going through all the device drivers, the old fashioned, it's very, very old fashioned the way that, some of that stuff works now. But it works. And that's how, that's how I used to do it way, way, way back in the day. But I don't really do it like that anymore either. All right, let's get on topic a little bit, I guess. So we need to make a trash. There's a trash directory, I believe. We need to go to documentation, I guess, because we need to set the trash directory. Which one is this? Okay. Yeah, well, I don't know what the hell. Dude, I've never configured this ever. So this is gonna be a little different because I know just a little bit about ViFM, so it's gonna be slow going. We might not even we'll have something working that I'll post on GitLab, but it may not be. This this may have to be continued. In order to get it fleshed out and everything. So I guess trash directory. The one thing I don't understand, I don't know if we have to do set trash directory or how this, because it doesn't say. This is what I'm getting a little confused on. Trash directory in ViFM differs from the system-wide one by default because of possibility. But one can set trash directory to. Okay. Set trash dir. That's what we have to do. Okay. Go back to the work scene here, and then we can do. All right. So let me make sure I have this directory. ls local share trash. I do have the trash directory. Okay. So the way we supposedly do this is we do set trash directory equals local or local share trash. We should be able to do something similar to, to something like this. Yeah. It's not the same. So, are you a tiling window manager person or window manager, or are you desktop environment? You know, with the standard trash can and everything like that. But the way that we kind of do it here on a tiling window manager is, you know, of course, the trash, all that is a directory, right? Where it houses all your trash and stuff like that. Um, so you have to, hey, GNU, how are you doing? Um, so the way you pretty much have to do it is you have to tell ViFM. You can make a custom trash directory. Like I can have a bit of i3. Okay, so you know. Um, but pretty much what we're doing right here is we're telling ViFM, hey, we want the trash directory. We want it set to the default, you know, the default trash directory, right? Um, so I'm guessing, hopefully that works. And I'm gonna go ahead and write it, and we're gonna test it definitely. So I will VIFM, and how do I delete? Well, I can probably delete this. The trash directory in VIFM is like the delete buffer. Yeah. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to send the whatever file I wanted to actually send it to the trash directory. Um, so right here, if we do on this code test file, right? If I do, yeah. So we'll do D, and it says, "Are you sure you want to delete it?" Yes. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and flip over to a different workspace just to see kind of if this did work. Okay. And then if we do local share trash, you can see that we have that. If I move my big head over here, but you can see right here that we indeed did. We sent it to the actual directory that we wanted to send it to. So that worked. That's pretty cool. You know, that's the behavior that we definitely wanted. All right. Uh, we can also do what should be saved automatically on restarting. How's it going so far? Small. It's going. I mean, it's going to be slow. This isn't going to be one of those, fast, you know, setting this thing up in 20 minutes type of thing. This is going to be a slow thing. I mean, um, I've never really played around with ViFM, so it's just going to take a little time. Not only that, but the main thing I want to start doing with these streams with you guys and that like our configuration stream is I want a lot of input on some of these configuration files and stuff because eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a community repository. And in that community repository, it's going to be everything that we configure on stream. That way, you guys have access to that community repository and if you like something that we did on stream or whatever, or if you want to use a certain configuration file that that you helped configure, not by yourself but with everyone, then you can just grab. And that's the goal of doing these like configuration you know streams or whatever. But this is the first one. Like I said, it's going to take, um, you know, just like everything that you probably write by hand or, by yourself, it's just going to take a while. Um, it's not something that we can, bust out in 20 or 30 minutes and call it good, you know? So you can undelete that file with a U now. You know what? We should be able to, right? Because nothing to undo. Okay, I think because we exited VIFM, we can't undelete it now. See, if we had it, if we still had it open, before we did that, before we closed, I mean, we still had it open when we deleted it, then we probably could have done that. But I want to see, we still got that 000 code test. So I wonder if we could actually undo that. It says nothing to undo. Okay. Uh, this makes VIFM perform file operation on its own instead of relying on standard utilities like CP. While using CP and the like is more universal solution, it's also much slower when processing large amounts of files and doesn't support progress measuring. You should be. Is the trash directory preserved between VIFM sessions? It doesn't look like. I mean, the trash directory is preserved in a way that, as long as the configuration file points to it, then that should work. But I don't know how it behaves in terms of, undo and stuff like that. Like you would think that it would undo it, but when I did the undo, it didn't work. To change this, you'll not be able to move files by deleting them. And then, okay. What should you... So here's a cool thing with ViFM as well. Like if we... So if we, in ViFM, if we, like, let's say we went to the downloads directory, okay, in downloads, and now we closed it, I'm pretty sure it should open up in downloads. See, it just opened up in downloads. Now, some people really don't like that feature because when you open up ViFM, you expect to be in the home directory, you know, like automatically, not any subdirectories. So I'm pretty sure we were going to change that because I don't like being where I was like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like if I went to downloads, I don't want it to, I don't want it to open back up in downloads. I want it to open up in home. So right here, it pretty much says if we remove this saved dirs, then it should drop that. Write that ViFM. Okay. Now if we go to like videos or whatever, blah blah blah, get out of it. Now, would you say ViFM is any better or worse than Ranger or LF? They're the same. Like Ranger, the nice thing about Ranger is it's easy, right? Like the configuration it's sane, it's easy to configure, it's easy to work with. So I would say that if you don't like the Vim key bindings, or if you don't like VI and all that stuff, then Ranger's a great option. LF. Yeah, LF. I've ran it in the past, I want to say, or I've tried it in the past. I think I was actually going to do a stream on LF. Because I hear it's pretty good. But it's all the same, right? Like it's a file manager. It if you like using the Vim key bindings, then ViFM is gonna be for you. If you like using the arrow keys, Ranger is gonna be for you. It's all it's all choice. It's Ranger but faster. What's it do? Does it process larger files faster, Darth? In the directory history, this is how many directories to store in the directory history. Well, we want to turn this down, don't we? Oh, it's written in Go. Yeah, Go is pretty quick. Yeah, I've heard of Luke Smith. I used to watch his DWM stuff, but then he kind of went all hippie, and now he don't really do anything anymore, right? Like it kind of got a little weird with him, where it was more about like you know I don't know. I don't know his situation, but um, I don't think he does. He don't do any Linux stuff anymore, does he? I could be wrong, but so we're gonna set this history to 50. I don't want it to. I don't need to remember that many damn files. I don't know why. I mean, I don't mind alternative lifestyles or anything like that, but I just think he went a little you know little far out with some of the stuff. I mean, I don't know the situation, so I'm not going to comment on it. All right, so we can do automatically resolve symbolic links. Yeah, yeah, no, his uh yeah, the Linux dabbler is good. Oh, he has a fantastic. It's a 43-minute long video, but he covers the ViFM configuration where he goes and he tells you every single thing that's in the configuration file. And honestly, I don't know how he remembered everything, but it's pretty damn good. It's one of the things that inspired me to do this live stream here. Um, and then his DWM stuff it's pretty good. It's kind of the same as everyone else's DWM stuff. Uh, and then Small says that he likes most of the he likes most of Luke Smith's his Linux content, and yeah, Luke Smith he did good Linux content. How does Gentoo make DWM easier? And yeah, the DWM mindset is it's pretty low. I mean, it's minimum. I got DWM installed here on this computer. And I don't know, I got like 15 patches or something installed with it. So it's a pain in the butt to patch, but it works. No, so Really? I did not know that. But can you do a custom, like 100% custom config though, with Portage? I mean, I know you can patch with Portage. I've done a video on that, but oh, okay, okay. That's what I did, Terry. I did the same thing you did. But I think most of us pretty much do, right? Um, we switched this over here. Where did I put it? It's in Suckless Tools, I think. So you can see my my DWM, and then my patches. Oh, okay, I don't have that many patches. I thought I had 15, but I got like 6 or 7. Okay, well you can do, I mean, even if you can do custom patching, whatever, can you do custom configs though? Like, can you write your configuration file and like, okay, you can do a custom D by editing the E build and re-emerging it. Okay, but what about the actual configuration file? And if you want to change the configuration file, like how would you do you just do you edit that saved config or whatever and then re-emerge it, I guess? Because if so, that might be a pretty cool video idea. All right, so we're gonna have set no follow links. I guess we'll have that turned on. That's for symbolic linking. In fact, automatically resolve symbolic links on L or Enter. Oh, okay, Small. Oh, okay, I get it. So you, okay, so you customize. So essentially, what you do is you customize the saved config, and then you just edit the e build. Yeah, you edit the e build to pull in all the patches that you actually want to use. We may have to try that on one time on a video. That'd be be good. Yeah, it would. I've never done it, so you know, that's the beauty of it, right? Uh, use Vim's format of help file. I'll have the I'll keep the help in here because I don't know, you know, might be pretty good to keep it on. If you would like to run an executable file, when you press enter, L or right arrow, set this. The Xmonad prompts are fantastic. There's one for org mode. So what's it do? Does it open up that file or whatever in org mode automatically? Like just whip out Emacs and it um no run execute. So do we want? Oh, okay, okay, I got you. Pretty cool. No run execute. If you'd like to run, you can even set deadline. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like org agenda stuff. Now, Terry, you don't have to learn Haskell. Now, honestly, Terry, it's not it's not that bad, man. It's really not. A lot of people are under the assumption that you have to learn the programming language. You really don't. Uh, in fact, if you know Matt from over there at the Linux Cast, you know Matt hates Haskell. Matt recently, if you're ever on his Discord, he switched to Xmonad, and that man hates Haskell. And you really don't have to learn. You don't really have to learn the language. I mean, you got to learn it a little bit, but just doing a simple configuration file, like you start to really kind of figure out what it's doing. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. Now, I'm not saying that you wouldn't have to do some research or you wouldn't have to look at someone's config to kind of get an idea of what's going on. You would, but you don't have to go learn some Xmonad. Well, I got my Xmonad config on GitLab, and so does DT, and Matt probably does too over at the Linux Cast. And then you'll quickly look at them, and then you'll be like, "Oh, they're kind of doing the same thing, right?" Like maybe a couple of them's a little different, but not that much. The problem I have with Haskell though is some of the spacing stuff. Um, but the nice thing is when you screw up, Xmonad or Haskell in general does the compiler does a fantastic job of letting you know that you screwed up, and most of the time it tells you exactly where you screwed up at. Now sometimes it's a little wonky depending on if it's spacing issue or a comma issue or something like that, but yeah. Um, it actually does a really, really great job. All right, let's get through some of this config stuff. Um, month, day, hour, minute. Um, yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you a quick. So here's my Xmonad. Um, but it's not that bad. So the hardest part of Haskell is kind of learning like stuff like this, like shit like this, right? Like the equal question, and then just some of the way it does certain things. But I mean, you know what this is, just assigning variables or whatever. This is kind of weird the way this works right here, but yeah. So a little Haskell. And then you got your startup hook and all that stuff, so yeah, it's not that bad. And then this is your imports and stuff like that, just like you would do in Python. And you have namespaces as well, just like you would in Python. So you see the qualified right here. So right here, import qualified, blah blah blah, as whatever those. I'm pretty sure those are namespaces. Um, pretty sure, or these might be the namespaces. Not sure. Yeah, no, no, no. The qualifies to namespaces, and then these are like you can just use certain parts of the imports here. So you can see on this one, on the utilities.run, I'm using spawn pipe. That's it. All right, time format. Do we want the year? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most programming languages are kind of the same in terms of like how they function. Like syntax might be different, right? But functionality, it's all relatively the same. Assigning variables, moving data or data, however you pronounce it, and you know, just you know, doing something with that data based on conditions and stuff like that. And it's the same shit, right? Pretty much. I mean, I think so anyway. Now, some of them do it better than others, but I'm in the UK. We do dates properly. How's the UK do it? Is it is it year month day month year month month day year? Okay, okay. Day month year. That's kind of weird. Okay. Well, you could set it right here, Terry. This is where you were set it right here, because I'm not keeping this year month day thing. In fact, we're changing this. I want DDMMYY. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. MMDDYY. Yeah. Year, month, day. All right, I'm gonna say that, and then we now have American dates. But you can. Were you at in Africa, Darth? I didn't know you was. I didn't know you was in Africa. I got a lot of African friends at work. Show list of matches on tab completion in command line mode. Algeria. That's cool. Um, one of my good friends, she is from Ethiopia. Then I had another friend that I don't work with anymore. I forgot where he was from, but he came to the U.S. a long time ago. But his name was cool. It was like a ding or dang or something like that, and it meant something like rain or something like heavy rain or something like that. Um, yeah, he was a cool guy though. He had like 10 kids, and he would always, because I don't have any kids, and he would always ask me if I wanted to adopt one of his kids. But his American name was Abraham, and he was a awesome guy. But his African name, I thought his African name was cool too, though. It was like Ding or Dang or I forgot what it was, Dingo or Danga or something like that. I forgot. Getting off topic, but whatever. Uh, so we can do show list of matches on tab completion in command line mode. Okay, so if we do, this is command line mode. Okay, so this is the wild menu, I guess, and pretty much it allows you to cycle through here and you know, to do all that stuff. I'm gonna keep that feature because I kind of like having that. One thing I don't like, the space key. I don't like having a space key toggle back and forth like that, and the tab key toggling back and forth. Like it's redundant and stupid. Most of the time, I like my space key being a deleter key. Ignore cases and search patterns unless it contains at least one uppercase letter. What? Yeah, that wow menu feature it's very helpful. We're gonna set the no highlight search to highlight search. Because I want it to, I like highlight search. So now if we do new, you'll see that it highlights, right? And that's something that I personally like. Ignore case and search patterns unless it contains at least one uppercase letter. Smart case. Okay. Incremental searching, that's good. We like all that stuff. Try to leave some space from cursor. I don't know what this is, but we'll come back to that. Don't do too many requests to slow file systems. All right, we'll keep that. Keep it nice and light and fast. Set custom status line and look. All right. So here's something that's kind of cool. We can customize this damn status line at the very bottom, just like you can in Vim, right? Now, I don't. Can we do a custom color scheme here? Default 256. All right, yeah. So we can get a custom color scheme. We are going to do that. Okay, 100%. I'll have to find my color scheme. My capuchin or catapuchin color scheme, however you pronounce it. But we'll have to get that going. And the status line here, we're gonna customize the same status line too. All right, but I gotta look at the set status line equals hint z. Yeah, so I don't know what all this stuff right here means. So we got to pull up a manual here and figure out everything that it's doing. But we're slowly starting to get this thing going. So set status line. Actually, I'll keep the same scene here for you guys. Actually, status line. I don't care. I want. How do we? That's the manual. We'll look at color schemes as well. Um, so I don't know what the status line. Maybe status bar. That's pager. Print color scheme name. Okay, whatever. Ah, I guess these are the macros and stuff like that. Yeah. Um, but I don't know the other ones. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Status line. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. So we have. So we had the hint, right? We have a small hint, and then we're gonna have the equal. So let's figure out what the equal is. Uh, 15s is like I get this part right here. That percent Z. One of them's got to be the permissions, right? Like percent %A might be permissions. File attributes. Okay. So percent %A is the file permissions, right? Okay, and then um 10U. I'm gonna have to play around with that. So what we're gonna do, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna delete it. That way it's gonna force me later to make a status line. You yeah, but what's the 10? So percent %10u must be the spaces in. Okay, okay. Well, the only thing the only thing I really need is I need I mean, we got the file permissions, right? Like ideally that's the only thing that you really need. I don't even need the stupid hints. I can turn that hint crap off too. In fact, on mine, I'm going to turn that hint stuff off because it's I don't oh okay. We got got a got our first error. Okay. Uh so we need the percent equal. Um Separation point between left and right alignments. Okay. Here we go. So that's the only 15-second thing. Okay. I kind of get it. I do want to get the colors. I want to get some color stuff going though. Um, yeah. I want to see if they do have a ViFM color scheme. Or we're gonna have to make one, ain't we? Don't really want to make one. So someone did Dracula. Okay, here's the color schemes. The default ones anyway. I'll eventually just go through and probably just tweak these colors to fit the capuchin color schemes. But I mean, some of these are nice, but like that pale and night and the worn dark is pretty good. So probably I'm gonna download this. And then I'll just have to go through later. ViFM. Okay. And now, if we do a ViFM color scheme, they're all here. In fact, just this right here. This right here looks a lot better. Right? Like, looks usable. And then we can change all this stuff too if we wanted to. So eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it match my color scheme or whatever. But right now we can have something that looks just decent, and then well, we ain't gonna use default here. We're gonna use, is this pale night? Yeah, pale night. Pale night, and then we'll uh try Nord if it's, yeah. Okay. Right that. And now it's set. And that to me looks a lot better than what we had it before. Um, one of the things I want to get done too before we kind of wrap this up here today. Now, this is we've been going for almost 2 hours now, so um, we're not done with this, obviously. But we got some stuff done, and we chatted up a bit, which is always good to talk to you guys. But one of the things that I want to get done is I want to have. I don't want this damn space bar. I don't want it to switch between panes, right? Like I don't like that. So we're gonna tweak that real fast. So this is talking about all the file types and stuff like that. We need something that's talking about the keybinds and the deleter key. Start showing current directory. Oh yeah, yeah. Dracula always looks good. So I don't know where. I don't know where the mapping is for tab. or for space rather. So that's all they got here. Let's try some things here. I'm gonna try some things. So this should be Control U. This is swap hands. Okay. CWX. Okay. CWX swap panes. But what's CU? All right? Like what's that? All right? Because we can also swap panes with the tab key. That's what spacebar does too. I don't mind tab swapping panes, but I don't, okay, that swaps the panes, so from left to right, okay. But this goes to from one pane to the other, and I don't like that. We need to figure out what this damn key binding, what it's actually called. So I'm gonna go to a cheat sheet real fast. Let's go ahead and open up the some of the manual. That should remove the space mapping. That's what I was thinking, but no, because that switches like the panes. It switches from like the left to the right. I don't see space, switch pane. Tab switches panes. Ah, here we go. With control. Let's just go to Built-in normal. CI equals haha. So control I also does it. Oh, thanks, Terry. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Look at you, man. Awesome. So I guess the NOP. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good, because that's exactly what we wanted. Also, we don't need Control I to switch panes either, right? Like we can, uh, it's just redundant stuff. I get what they're going for, but oh, we can't do that because it stops tab from doing that. Okay, because maybe we cancel the actual key binding or what tab actually does. I don't understand that. Yeah, that's weird. But what I'm gonna do is stream's already been running quite a while. I'm going to we are gonna come back to this config. And hopefully next time I'll do a bit more research. So it goes a little bit faster. The only thing really we have to do now is we still need to do a little bit of the status line. I gotta get my color scheme set up, which I'll do that. And then so color scheme, some key bindings, some basic stuff. And then yeah, it'll be good. But I'm gonna go ahead and push I'll push the config here before we jump off. So I can do bear add. Come on, fish. Tell you what, fish is extremely slow when you start dealing with like repositories. And of course, we have the color scheme repository stuff in here too. So, uh, I gotta add these. I'm gonna add these files manually, so that way, maybe I should have switched over to Bash. Come on, fish. Jesus, look at it, dude. It's like hanging. Let me switch over to Bash. Jesus. Bear add config ViFM. ViFM. Mercy. So I'm gonna go ahead and push all of this stuff here to my repo before we jump off of here. So that way you guys can download it. Oh, bear. We got commit. Updated. ViFM on stream and yeah. Bear status. Bear push. Okay, should be up on the stream, or should be up on my repo here. We can go ahead. I'll check it. GitLab.com. See, this one. So we go to my dot files here. Config. There's ViFM. And then there's the RC file. The only thing is I won't have the color scheme. I won't have any of the color scheme stuff for ViFM. So if you download it and you get an error, it's simply because the color scheme stuff. So look for color schemes. And I'm pretty sure it should just go to default. Yeah, we still have default in here, so you should still be good. You just stick with Bash, yeah. I don't know why I try to do, nice things. It's not. I don't know if it's. I think it's just fish that freezes. ZSH doesn't do that, right? There's my ZSH prompt. Pretty much same prompt. I used a star prompt. this just is something I've been kind of playing around with too, the star prompt. But whatever, it works. It's a prompt. If I don't like it, I'll change it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fish that always kind of screws up. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for stopping by, Terry, Darth, and everyone else, and Ben. And the next time we do this, I'll have a little bit more research done, and it should go a little bit faster. This was just one of those things where I had a lot done, but I had to help my wife out today and yesterday, so I didn't get enough research kind of done that I really wanted to. Just something that happens, you know. But next time should be a lot better. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out a way to have like one of these streams about once a week. Because I would like to start doing that. So we could stream about once a week, throw out a video about once a week, and then next stream we should configure NeoVim. Dude, bro, we gotta fix ViFM. After ViFM, we'll do NeoVim. And then maybe we'll start going to more complicated stuff. Terry, yes, you should. Yes, you should, because it's pretty good. In fact, you should probably go to Emacs, but if you do a lot of configuring. But yeah. What the hell is a NeoVim challenge? Darth? Gonna do a NeoVim challenge. Well, will you just use NeoVim? Like, come on, it ain't that hard. But oh, okay. But again, I want to thank everyone for coming along, and yeah, next time, like I said, we'll finish up ViFM, and then we'll come up with something and go from there. But we should do probably start doing these streams about once a week. I don't know if they're going to be exclusively on Monday. That's something that's kind of up in the air, but I'll definitely let you guys know ahead of time. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. You guys take care. Be safe.